Welcome back to Final Fantasy III. We're about to go inside Goldor's stronghold. Yeah, I think we're ready. I think we're ready enough. Let's get it. Ooh. It's got the prelude playing in here. A version of the prelude anyway. Gold Warriors. If I steal from the Gold Warriors, will I get gold that I can sell for a shit ton of gil? Wouldn't that be cool? Gold Needle. I guess that's fitting. We might have to say forget the stealing sometimes. You know, I'm kind of forgetting that Ark is capable of dishing out some attacks now. I should have had him attack the bottom left. Damn! Hopefully you two are enough to take down one enemy. Well, if that wasn't enough. Ark, Rafia, Ingus. Job levels increase. And we got a gold needle. Door is locked. The thief's ghost easily opened the lock. That's right. What is this? Final Fantasy II? Is this just straight up Final Fantasy II? Well, help us out at first. I don't know how strong these bears are or not. Gold bears! Everything is gold! Damn! You just gotta attack your own enemy from here on out, Ingus. Luna's job level has increased. Huzzah for being a thief. There's no point in the keys though. Well, there was a point for them in the original game, or all the other iterations before this, because when you switch jobs in the older versions, there was essentially a penalty for doing so. Whenever you switched a job, you would have to go through like 10 give or take battles for you to not be handicapped when you're that job. It was just something, I guess, to put in place just so people can't just willy-nilly jump between jobs. And you definitely could argue that that was kind of silly not to want people to willy-nilly jump between jobs. This is a game where you want the player to switch between jobs, but then you're going to punish them for switching jobs. But I guess they just didn't want you to willy-nilly switch around. But for the most part, yeah, I agree. Like, it really doesn't make sense. But this, I'm just pointing out that this is a case where it kind of does make sense. Because why would you ever buy the keys and use the keys when you can just switch someone to a job real quick to open a door? At least in the older versions, there was a reason not to do that, because you would end up getting yourself handicapped, and that would make it not worth it. And therefore, you might want to have some keys. Just make sure one of these gets taken out. My boy, the thief, Ark. Damn. Rafia and Ingus's job levels have increased. Aha, see? There you go. Damn, fuck off my white mage. I don't know if they're gonna have enough. I don't know if Rafia and Luneth are gonna have enough oomph between them both to take out a gold bear without Ark helping out. I don't think they will, honestly. Big hit here, Luneth. Big hit. They did have enough oomph. Luneth and Ark's job levels increase. Gonna run ahead of these cures fast. It's crazy that I haven't come across any ethers yet. I'm not sure if there were ethers in the original game or not, but there were no ethers in the original Final Fantasy 1, but they didn't. But they put them in the Pixel Remaster. So I definitely would have thought they would have done the same here, and I'm still expecting to come across ethers. I'm just surprised we haven't already, but maybe in the original game there is ethers and they didn't come until later, and they just decided when remaking this game to just be like, yeah, ethers are already in the game, you don't get them till later on, but that's fine. And that was their mindset. Well, what's over here? Nothing, probably. Big hit. Hell yeah. Hell yeah. Damn you. I thought for sure he would have been taken out. That seemed like a bigger hit for Ark. I mean, yeah, for Ark. Raphia's and Ingus's jobs levels have increased. Anything back here? There is. Oh, huh. Turn off encounters for now. What the freak? Why did it relock? I mean, it didn't matter ultimately because I had my thief, but I was assuming this way was the way just for treasure. I really don't know anymore. Oh, okay, well, I accidentally went into this room through a shorter path. Steal from the lost gold, will I get just straight up gil from it? Damn it. Well, hey, Goldor. Oh, well, I guess this was the way towards progression. So where does this lead? Nothing to the left, nothing to the right, unless there's a secret passage, who knows? I guess everything in here just has gold needles for me to steal. Damn, you didn't. Damn, Ingus couldn't do a lot of damage that time. Luneth and Ingus's job levels have increased. Raphia levels up. That's 45 HP for her and 1 strength. And we picked up a gold needle. Nightmares. Damn, I remember nightmares from early on in Final Fantasy 1. Yeah, I should have used eye drops. Should have used eye drops on Luneth. Well, oh my. Might just have to flee from this one. I mean, they just keep easily fucking me up. Ark and Rafia's job levels increase. Luneth, Ark, and Ingus all leveled up. Luneth got 39 HP, 1 Strength, 1 Agility, 1 Intellect, 1 Spirit. Ark got 39 HP and 1 Agility. Ingus got 51 HP and 1 Strength. Gold Needle galore. Damn. Come on, man. It's probably just for another gold needle. Everybody's job levels increase. I'm about to go back to night. Golden sword. Damn, all these fuck. Okay, what the fuck? What's the purpose of it? Wyvern claws. I don't think you've messed with an attack yet. Early on in this game, I was messing with attacks, but I feel like that's definitely slowed down. Just lowers your attack too much, I feel like. If I was having a problem messing with attacks, maybe, but I'm not, so... Okay, what's the purpose with the gold swords? To sell? Yeah, I figured they were gonna be shitty, since I got so many of them. Yeah, I think I'm gonna switch. Before the boss battle, I'm gonna switch Luneth back to Knight, I think. Yeah, fuck these things. Fuck that shit. How you snap me out of it, you dumb idiot. Probably, yeah, I was probably wasted on that one. Damn it. I was not smart about that. Should have had him attack the back one. Luneth, Ark, and Ingus's job levels have increased. I guess the game did tell me, it just hit me. The game told me that Goldor's worried about thieves, and I guess that's your hint that you might want a thief for this dungeon, for these locked doors. I mean, that's clever. I remember, yeah, shit. I remember seeing that line of dialogue, and I was just like, in my head, I was like, well, I don't have a thief in my party right now, so Goldor doesn't have to worry about me. You know, that could be taken either way. I feel like you could take that as a hint that maybe you do want a thief, but you could also take that as oh, Goldor doesn't. He's worried about thieves, so maybe as long as no one's a thief in my party, nothing bad will happen to me while I'm there. Because I do feel like that could be taken either way. Graham. I meant once I got back to this room, I meant to turn off encounters. Like if it was something like you came to this dungeon with a thief, and something bad or annoying happens to you, you could take that as, well, the game warned you that Goldor doesn't like thieves, so the game gave you a hint not to show up with a thief. You could argue that too, on the flip side. I do feel like. Okay, well, if I take one step forward, we're going into this boss battle. Because that's how this game works, kind of annoyingly. I wish it was just straight up. You talk. Go up to him and talk to him, and then you start. I guess he thought it was more dramatic. That, you know, just initiates as soon as you get close enough. And they're right in thinking that, oh, well, as soon as you see what looks to be the boss, like, get your shit ready right then and there. Don't, like, take a few steps forward, and then get your shit ready. Like, why would you do that? That's stupid. As soon as you see the threat, start getting your shit ready. Start digging in your butt, twin. What am I doing? You know what? Let's test the jump command. Now, I've used the jump command 2 or 3 times, and I felt like it was just kind of underwhelming. Oh, let's go with a knight. Blood sword. Should I do a shield? No, let's do a shield. Or should I not do a shield? Go for the damage, or go for, you know, have some protection. We can have you be my glass cannon. Got some other ways to raise your defense, as you can see. Defense up to 56. I mean, shit, that's still higher than everyone else except for my thief. Magic defense is low. Yeah, these dungeons are still being short. I do not mind. I'd rather have short dungeons than long dungeons. Like, ultimately, I think I'd rather have dungeons like... I'd rather have the dungeons of this game than Final Fantasy III's dungeons. I think, you know, honestly, I think I would prefer these dungeons to be a little bit longer, have a little bit more meat on their bones. Final Fantasy II does have some long dungeons. They are kind of maze-like. But, you know, more so than ever. I mean, I've only played Final Fantasy II twice. But in the Pixel Remaster, you got the mini-map. I felt like the mini-map did not give away any secret rooms in Final Fantasy II. It is giving away some secret rooms in this game. I think there are just more secret rooms in this game, but, I mean, I don't even think there were really secret rooms in Final Fantasy II, but more so like secret paths. But those dungeons really come in clutch, and then, well, it's about to misspeak there. Those, the mini-map really comes in clutch in those dungeons in Final Fantasy II because they are big and they are mazy, kind of maze-like. But thanks to the mini-map and also being able to turn off encounters when you want, they're not so bad. Like this game really is compared to Final Fantasy II, and Final Fantasy 1 to a degree too. Final Fantasy 1 did not have like some of their dungeons could be maze-like a little bit. Again, the mini-map helped in that game as well. They weren't small dungeons like this, I can tell you that. But yeah, compared to Final Fantasy 1 and especially 2, like the dungeons in this game, they're just like, so far, they're just like, wow, this is nothing. That's not a bad thing at all. Goldor, what's up? You actually let me talk to you instead of just walking close enough to you to trigger the text and then the battle. You think I'm going to give up my crystal over my dead body? Yeah, I really have to figure out on the fly, like what kind of voice I want to give some of these characters. What you got? Yeah, what am I gonna get, like a protect or something? Yeah, let's Libra you for sure. Boost. No weaknesses. Stole a hot potion. And I do not think enemies in this game have multiple items to steal. And I also think I really wonder how good of items enemies have in this game to steal. Like, I don't know if we're gonna get armor and equipment and accessories. It might just be like items. Gold needles, high potions, potions. That's all I've really gotten so far from anything. Damn. Can't believe air didn't do shit. Let's see what that does. Hey, okay. Shit, nothing. Are you just? I guess you're just strong against magic. That's a nice change of pace from Final Fantasy II, where every single boss it seemed like was the other way around. He's still going. Damn. Still going. Damn, it's just so look. It's just so steep between a potion and a high potion. It's crazy. Like high potions are so much more valuable than potions. Like I'm at the point now where like potions are worthless. I just need to fucking sell them all. Thundaga. There he goes. Ingus with the finishing blow. Yeah, it's like we take out a boss in an episode. Well, we didn't really fight a boss last episode. Everybody's job level increases. I should listen to the music more, but... No! Not my crystal! I'll smash it before I hand it over! Ha! The crystal broke into 1,000,000 pieces. Not the crystal! How could you? Now it will never be yours! Goldor dropped the key to unlock the chains around the ship, but as soon as you grasp it, it disappeared. Well, shit. The curse is lifted and the airship can be flown once more. I guess when the key disappeared, so did the chains? Our ship is unchained, but the crystal is gone. What do we do now? It's a good question. Can we just teleport out of here? I'm out of magic though. No? I don't think Chocobos could travel in rivers in the last game. Well, there's more. We'll figure out what to do. There's more to travel. There's more to travel, more to see. In this world. Yeah, I forget how the plot goes with Goldor smashing the crystal. Like, I don't know what happens after that. I feel like what it is he had a fake. He luckily had a fake crystal all along. Hey, how much will you give me for these gold swords? Well, I did that the hard way. You'll give me a lot, you say. Nice. So I'll keep one just in case. Just in case it's used for something else. I mean, yeah, it just straight up tells you right here. Goldor is obsessed with wealth. His entire manor is made of gold, but he's so paranoid of thieves, he keeps almost every door locked and shut. Yeah, it just straight up tells you he keeps every door locked. Like that. Yeah, that should have been obvious. I forgot it said he keeps his doors shut and locked because he's scared of thieves. I just remembered the scared of thieves thought. But yeah, that should definitely tell you, oh, he's scared of thieves and he keeps his doors locked. But thieves can unlock locked doors. So yeah, I should have someone be a thief. Yeah, I was just wondering if any of the dialogue around here is any different now. Oh wait, I think his dialogue is actually different. Wait, so your ship can fly? In the air? Interesting, but not his. Yeah, I forgot this guy said magic doesn't... I completely forgot that too. Like, holy... Like I just have the memory of a goldfish. Now that I've read this again, I remember him saying that, and I remember even saying something like, oh, yeah, good to know. And then I instantly forget about it. I mean, shit happens in between me reading that and then actually doing the Goldor boss fight. Like, after I first read that, I had to get my way to the sewers and go through that small little dungeon and meet all these goofballs, and then I had to go to Goldor's castle and go through that small dungeon, and enough happens for that just to completely go away, and I just forget about it. Oh yeah, well, let's fly. I just wanna fly. Let's fly and explore. Well, cannot get there. Whoa. Well, that's an option for us to go to. That looks interesting. Yes, I think I can still only land in water. Yeah, so as you see, just a lot of places we're unable to go to as of now. Oh shit, okay, well, hold up. I might not want to fly into that right now. I'll remember what happens when I fly into that. We got a village up here. Cave. It looks to be a cave down here. I don't know if I should mess with that or right now or not. Probably not. I can't land in a river. In a cave down here. A village, 2 caves. There's the floating continent. So how is this floating exactly? It's just some sort of mechanism that's running through all the land of the floating continent, making it float up in the sky. Alright, well, let's check out the town first of all. Replito. Why isn't my summon spell working? Let me try again. Yeah! Oh no, not another chocobo! What am I doing wrong? Leviathan and Bahamut no longer inhabit these lands. Noah sealed them on the floating continent. Huh. Yeah, we definitely ran into Bahamut on the floating continent, but I didn't know Leviathan was there as well. There was once a great and powerful mage named Noah. Yeah, by the way, yeah, Noah. I brought that up last episode. I knew there was a character named Noah that we'll never be able to see. He's only mentioned in the past tense. There was once a great and powerful mage named Noah who lived on the Dog Continent, but he is no longer with us. One of the venerable Noah's disciples watches over the world of dreams. Rumor has it that this disciple slumbers in the southern fords. Barrier shift doesn't work against summoning magic. Even if the enemy changes its weakness, the summon can still cause damage. The great mage Noah could command magic like no one alive today can even hope. Ooh, turtle shell. And an elixir, nice. Cast a protective magic spell. Well, that's neat. The illustrious Noah was said to have such a summoning power that he could call forth Leviathan and even Bahamut, the Dragon King himself. Come on, game, you're spoiling it. I can see, it looked like someone was standing in the window, so that made me want to check to see if there was a path. Psst! I hear there's an underwater treasure trove beneath a small triangular island. Thank you, Constar. Underwater treasure trove beneath a small triangular island. Nice. I'm just big brain. I mean, you can obviously see that. See, there's a room just on the screen. I am a Golgan. In ancient times, the power of light flooded the world. A cataclysmic event we called the Wrath of Light. Now the same thing is happening with the power of darkness. Something must be summoning it. What is it, though? I cannot say. All I know is that which once brought balance to the world has thrown it into chaos. If either light or dark were to envelope the other, neither would survive. Oh, what is up with that shaking? So I think there might just be, I can go in that magic shop, but I think there might just be one spell to buy. And it's the summoning spell Chocobo. Am I right? No, I'm not. Damn. You have all these summons to buy already? 8,000, 9,500. Yeah, I should have enough for all of them. Last Chocobo called Escape. Alright, fuck it. Let's try that summoning job again. Summoner. Or Evoker, is what it's called. In this game, at least. Well, if you can't use the Fire Rod or Ice Rod to use their magic, then I guess you might as well wield one. Maybe even both of them. Now you have 54 attack. Your attack is up there with anybody else, really. But you're going to be in the back row, and I think that's where you need to stay. Unless I can get your defense up high, but yeah, I doubt it. It's at 40. I mean, it's not that low, but I just don't think it's worth it at the end of the day. Maybe I can, like, have you in the front row sometimes. Yeah. What? What do you mean no more spells can be learned? Oh my. Well, I need to forget some of these then. Okay, I understand. I understand. They're all... Okay, each spell, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, we'll forget one of these. Forget Toad. Oh. See, in the original games, I don't know if it... I don't think any exclamation mark comes over your head or not, so you just had to know to come up to this tree and hit X on it to get an item. For better or for worse. There was a couple things in the ground here that I had to pick up. Well, I didn't have to pick them up, but you know, there was a couple things on the ground that you couldn't see anything where they were at, but there was something there you could pick up, and an exclamation mark would come over your head if you were facing one. But the thing is, when you reach one, if there was an item right in front of me, if I hit the left directional pad button, I wouldn't go anywhere. Like something would be blocking my path. And I could hit X and I'd pick up an item. So it's not like those items would be too hard to locate and find and pick up. I don't know, y'all. Maybe when it says items. See, I found 3 out of 4 items here. I found 2 things on the ground, and I found 1 thing in a tree. I'm not gonna go and look for the other thing because I didn't find it. I didn't find it naturally. That's what items means. Floating continent. What the fuck? Aren't you showing me all the things on the floating continent? What I have to go to the floating continent to see all the treasures and shit there? Boo. Well, you could at least give me like the numbers of all the chests total on the floating continent right here, and all the items total, and see what I had. So that was neat. That was neat to go ahead and do. Why not? You're weak to thunder, Ramu. Let's see what you got. If Lumith and Ingus don't kill this thing first. Thunderstorm. And these summons, particularly Ifrit, I guess maybe Ifrit is the best way to say, is the proper way to say it. I feel like it's been said both ways at this point in the Final Fantasy series, but I don't know. I guess Final Fantasy 16, the most recent game, the game where Ifrit was the most big deal he's ever been. I guess I say Ifrit in that game, so maybe that's what I should just call him then. But yeah, Ifrit, Shiva, Ramu, they get their debut here, and I don't know if they're not in the Final Fantasy game from here on out. Titan, I think Titan is a mainstay in the Final Fantasy series from here, but there might be a game here or there he's excluded from. Chocobos, like, yeah, I think they're in. I don't know if there's ever been a Final Fantasy game a Chocobo has not been a part of, period, since Final Fantasy 2. It's just so popular and just so iconic to the Final Fantasy series. But, they do not always appear as summons. Oh yeah, fuck. Oh, what? I thought I would be able to just take my canoe. Okay, that's how I gotta do it. Yeah, this is probably overkill. Damn it, what? Let's see what it... Well, I guess we won't see it. Raphia's job level increased. About to say... Let's see what Raphia's basic attack looks like as an evoker. Oh yeah, I forgot she had. I thought she wasn't equipped with anything. I thought there's nothing to equip her with. I forgot. Yeah, she can have the rods. She gave a weird stance with the physical attack. Like she was putting her hands in front of her head and doing some like kind of like mind reading. Like it looked like Ino from Naruto's. The hand sound she would make to do her mind transfer jutsu. But that's where I'll end this episode. I'll walk up to here. This is where I'm ending the episode. I just want to... I don't know if I'm going to do this dungeon right here, right now. Probably not. The plot is probably going to take me here anyway at some point. The enemies in here might be too powerful. I don't know. I just want to stick my head in it real quick. But that can wait till next time. Until then.